Hello everyone, welcome to Mystic Quest Tarot. I am Cosmo, and today we're going to do a pick a card reading. The question is going to be, where is my relationship going with my significant other? And we have 4 piles to choose from. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. You can take your time to choose your pile. You can pause the video if you want, and you can just close your eyes, visualize your question, visualize your future with your significant other. Just breathe in, breathe out, and just clear your mind of all doubts, of all uncertainty, and let the answers come to you. So I'm going to do a jump cut, and we're going to begin with pile number 1. Pile number 1, this is your reading. I'm going to be using the Celtic Cross spread. So we're going to begin with the card that represents your present situation, which is the Magician in reverse. The next card is the conflict that you're feeling in your present today, which is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And for your subconscious, this is going to be represented by the Knight of Swords in reverse. Your past is going to be symbolized by the Page of Wands in reverse. Your future is being represented by the by the Six of Pentacles. Your near future is being represented by the Nine of Swords. And now we're coming to the inner influences in this situation, which is represented by the Six of Wands in reverse. Your outer influences are the Eight of Cups in reverse. Your hopes or fears are the Ace of Cups. And finally, we have the outcome, which is represented by the Queen of Wands. So this is your spread, pile number 1. I'm going to do a jump cut while I get an overall feeling of what the cards are telling me, and we'll get right to it. Okay, pile number 1, this is your reading. So right off the bat, with your present card here being represented by the Magician in reverse, this is telling me that well, if we look at the Magician right now in an upright position, this is a card about creation. This is a card about infinite possibilities being represented by the infinity symbol on top of the Magician's head. The Magician holds everything. He's holding the Wands, the Swords, the Cups, the Pentacles. You want everything to be at your grasp. You want everything to be sound. You want everything to move forward into a good stable relationship. However, since it's reverse right now, I get the feeling that there's a point of stagnation in their relationship. There's a point in which you're feeling that things are not coming along swiftly, and this is further proven by the conflict card that we have, which is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the upright meaning, if we go by what this card is describing the Queen of Pentacles as, is to be business domineering, and this is pretty close. This is a box in the box meaning. With that, I mean that this is open for interpretation. With the card being in reverse, so the Queen of Pentacles is giving me a feminine vibe going on here. It's and you can take what resonates with you in this reading. I'm just going by what the cards are telling me. What it's telling me is that there's some financial trouble right now. Your partner is feeling very worried that things are not gonna go too well, financially speaking. So this is actually further proven by the King of Swords that we have in reverse, which in this part of the Celtic cross spread, this is symbolizing your subconscious. You're fearful that you're not going to be able to be strong enough or dependable enough or trustworthy enough to carry the relationship forward, to make sure that your partner feels secure with you, that feels that he, she, or they, representing on how you identify yourself as gender-wise. This person is a little unsure about where your strength lies right now. Now, if we move towards the card that represents your past, this is the Page of Wands. I'm just getting the feeling here that your past here, you had a lot of hopes and things that you wanted to do, but you either couldn't get to them, or you actually tried to start a few things, a few projects that may be related to work that didn't really come to fruition. You pretty much began something and you just left it halfway done, and you started a new project, and this is kind of like making yourself, and this is actually making you feel like you're spreading yourself too thin. Now, if we look at the Future card, which is represented by the Six of Pentacles, this is actually a positive card. It's actually a card like, okay, let me just grab this card. And if you look at this card, we have a man here holding a balance in one hand, and he's handing over coins to a person with the other hand. Basically, this is a card about things to be just, things to be fair. This is a card about things being equal, even Steven, for everybody involved. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you. What you see here and what you're hearing about this spread is not set in stone. So you always have the power to influence the outcome of what these cards are telling us. These cards are merely like an insight into a possible future. You just got to keep your eyes on the ball. Just work hard and make sure that you don't give up, that you don't leave projects done halfway done, that you can commit to one thing and one thing only when it comes to work, when it comes to making money, so that your partner can feel a little more secure with you, so that your partner can feel more confident, and things will improve. Now, for the near future, I'm still seeing some struggling. I'm still seeing some mental turmoil represented by the Nine of Swords here. This card is about grief. It's about unhappiness and pretty much nightmares. Like, we can see this person looks like is waking up from a nightmare, and there's just a lot pressing down on your mind. There's a lot bugging you, and it could be related with work. I'm actually getting a feeling with this card, with this spread of cards, that there may be unemployment right now for you, and but if you're already employed, you're just beginning to make good money, but you don't feel like you're getting enough. You don't feel like you're getting you feel like you're not making enough for the kind of job that you make. So this is actually connected to the inner influences that you got here with the Six of Wands. If we look at this card upright, we have a man riding a horse. He has a laurel crown, which symbolizes victory, which symbolizes being of a higher rank. And you're riding the horse proudly, and you're holding a wand, and you're higher than other people in this card. However, it's reversed. This is telling me that there is definitely inner turmoil, like with the Nine of Swords. These two cards are very closely connected with each other. You're not getting to where you want to be yet. So basically, if we go to the outer influences, We're looking at the Eight of Cups. This is a card that deals with abandonment. This is a card that deals with leaving things behind that once brought you hope, and you're just moving on to something that may be more meaningful to you, but it's reversed. So I'm thinking that you have it in you to commit yourself to be someone that can be deserving, someone that can be deserving of love, someone that can be deserving of trust, someone that can be deserving of being someone that can lead the way, that can pave the way for your significant other. And by doing so, I have some great news for you, because with your hopes or fears, in this case being hopes because of the card that we got, we have an Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful card. This symbolizes the beginning of security, beginning of things going into a better direction. We have a dove here on top of this cup that is overflowing with water, and this bird is dropping pretty much a blessing here. There's a very religious meaning to this card, but it's not necessarily only religious. It can be a change of fortune. It can be a big break that you've been looking for. So, but it all comes with action. It all comes with committing yourself to making it happen, to go out there and find that big break that you've been looking for, you know. And if we go over to the resolution card, which is the Queen of Wands, this is really good. If we look at this card, which is actually upright, it's a positive card. It's about being successful in a way that your partner can feel good about you. You're actually reaching a more stable position with your job. You're actually getting to where you've been wanting to be all along. And we connect the outcome card with the Six of Pentacles right here. This is telling me that you're going to reach your financial security. You're going to reach your stability. So, in other words, where's my relationship going with my significant other? Well, it's actually going to a place where both you and your loved one are going to feel safe. You're going to feel secure. There's some uncertainty in your subconscious and in your thoughts. You're fearful of failure. You're fearful of people not taking you seriously, and definitely there's a lot on your mind that at times makes you want to commit halfway to something and start something anew. But like I was saying, just commit to one thing and one thing only, and commit to the one thing that can pave the way for you and your loved one. And don't give up. Don't give up. And I'm really hoping for the best for you, and I hope that you found some kind of enlightenment, or at least look at things from a different perspective, maybe from a perspective that you didn't really think about before. And let me know in the comments below, what do you think? If you feel like this resonates with you, or if it doesn't, why not? And so yeah, I really wish you the best, and please don't forget to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to do more videos just like these in the coming future. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Alright, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. I'm going to be doing the Celtic cross spread to see what the cards want to tell me. So for your present situation, we have the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. The conflict in your present right now is represented by the Three of Wands. So let's put this right here. Now, your subconscious is actually being represented right now by the Hierophant. Your past is being represented in this spread by the Emperor. Your future is actually being represented by the Page of Swords in reverse. And your near future is being represented by the Nine of Cups in reverse. Now for the inner influences, we have the Hangman in reverse. The outer influences are represented by the Eight of Wands in reverse. Your hopes or fears are represented by the Temperance in reverse. And finally, the outcome is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, this is just Brett. I'm going to take a moment so I can go over this and get a better idea of what the cards are telling me. And I'll do a jump cut and get right to your reading. Okay, so pile 2. Now that I had a look here at your cards, here's what I'm noticing here as far as your present situation is concerned. Again, the question being, where's this relationship going? Where are we going into the future? And for your present card, I see here the High Priestess in reverse. Now, upright, this card would typically talk about revelations and perhaps secrets to be revealed, things that you were not really seeing coming. There could be good things, there could be bad things. It really depends on the circumstances. But considering that this card's in reverse, I get the feeling that somebody in the relationship is withholding something. Perhaps the way that you're doing things or saying things is not to the liking of your partner. Perhaps the way that that you're planning the future, it's not really something that your partner agrees with, but maybe he or she is not actually agreeing, even though this person is not making thoughts or emotions known, perhaps out of fear of hurting you or making you feel rejected in some way. This is further clarified by the Three of Wands that we actually have here in an upright position. With the Three of Wands card, you can tell here that there's this person looking over at the horizon, firmly grasping one of the wands here, with two other wands placed around him. So with the Three of Wands here, this is further echoing the High Priestess in reverse. You're looking towards the horizon, but you're not really sure of what the future holds. You're not really sure of what's going to happen. And if we look at the card that represents your subconscious, which is the Hierophant, perhaps you're being too rigid with yourself. You're thinking that there's no way of bending the rules as far as the things that you want to accomplish. You think that things are too rigid, and the Hierophant here is all about structure. It's all about what's supposed to be sound, what's supposed to be considered a rule, and what people would consider to be unquestionable. You're having this in your subconscious as and it's holding you back. It's holding you back. And if we connect this card with the card that represents your past, we got the Emperor in reverse. Now, the upright position, the Emperor is a figure of power, of authority. You can see that the Emperor is even wearing an armor underneath his clothes. He's grasping a globe in his hand. And with this being in reverse, linked to your past, this is telling me that you had some insecurities when growing up. You were wondering if you really have what it takes to move your relationship forward. If you really can be a man of family or a woman of family, if you can bring into the table what you need to bring to create this harmony, this happy relationship. And you have your doubts, and it's okay. It's okay that you have your doubts. That means that you're trying to be careful about how you do things. You're trying to be cautious. You don't want to be reckless. So that's actually good. Just don't let it stop you from going out there and putting action into your intentions. And if we look at the card that we have here for the future, we have the Page of Swords here. If we look at it upright, we have this person holding a sword, perhaps in defiance, with a look of determination. And there's a vast open field behind this person. It's a card that can also represent caution and to look over your shoulder. But with the card being upside down, this is telling me that by worrying too much about whether you're doing the right thing with the relationship, you're actually starting to get maybe just a little bit careless. And I don't mean this in an offensive way. You're starting to get a little bit like you're putting yourself in a box, and you're not really looking at things from a broader perspective. You're not in an open field. You feel like you're closed in. And if we connect this with the card that we have for the near future, is the Nine of Cups. In its upright representation, we have this man sitting with a smug smile across his lips. He looks content. He looks happy with all his 9 cups behind him. This is a card about achievement. This is a card about success, about getting what you want. In the upright position, you're still struggling to get what you want. You're still struggling to get what you need. And you're getting there, but not as quickly as you would like to be able to move there. So don't be discouraged. Keep your chin up, and let's go over what we have here for the rest of the reading. Because if we look at your inner influences, we have the Hangman in reverse. Now, if we look at this card upright, this is a card about deliberation. It's a card about meditation, about thinking about what your next move is going to be. But you have a desire in you to just stop being so unsure, stop being so uncertain about what your next move is going to be. It's in reverse, so you actually now are seeing things from a different perspective. You're actually seeing things perhaps in a way that you didn't really see them before. And I don't mean to be vague. All I'm trying to say is that you're not deliberating so much as you were before. Now, for the outer influences card, we have here the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, if this was upright, this will be telling us that there's movement going on, that there's things marching forward, and there's advances, there's progress being made. But again, in its reverse position, it's actually signifying delays. It's signifying that things are not moving along as swiftly as you like. And if we look at the card that is supposed to represent your hopes or fears, we have Temperance in reverse. In its upright position, this tells us about having perseverance, about having basically not losing your patience, not losing sight of what's ahead of you, not taking your eyes off of the ball. In its reverse position, you're perhaps feeling, and I feel like this is more like a worry than a hope. You're actually feeling perhaps a little impatient with the way that you are. You're probably wondering, why do I think about things so much? Why do I feel like I'm stuck? Why do I feel like I'm not moving forward with this relationship in the way that I like it to be? So this is actually being signified by the Temperance card. And if we go over the last card, which is the outcome, this is the King of Pentacles in reverse. The upright position will tell us about money stability, about having pretty much what you always wanted and needed. We have this king sitting on a throne. He's probably holding a pentacle in his hand. We see that there's a castle behind him, protected by this wall, and he has this look of contentment on his face. You want to have that stability. You want to have that contentment in your life, in your relationship. But the important thing is to not give up. The important thing is to not lose sight of what's really important. And one thing that I like to do with the Celtic cross is that I typically connect the outcome card with the future card, and if we combine the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords both in reverse, this is telling me that the actual outcome here is that, as far as the question for this video being where's a relationship headed, your partner will want to stay with you, your partner will want to be supportive, but my recommendation is ask your partner about his or her opinion about what they consider to be the best next step to move forward. So my suggestion is open communication is really helpful in this kind of scenario. If you feel like you're not sure where to go, just ask support for your partner. Just make sure that your partner can be open and honest, even if sometimes your partner may fear that he or she might tell you things that you don't really like hearing. Just be honest, and as long as you two can stay together and work together to reach what you both want in life, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. And I really wish you luck in the future, and I hope for the best for you. And if you feel like you relate with this reading, if you feel like it resonates with you, just please go ahead and leave a comment down below below this video. Tell me what you think, and if it doesn't resonate with you in some way, or if it doesn't resonate at all, I like to know that as well. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to make more videos and create more contents like this to try and help bring perhaps a little bit of perspective to your questions about life in general. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. Okay, panel number 3, welcome to your reading. I'm going to be using the Celtic cross so that we can have a look and see where your relationship is going with your special someone. Now for your present situation, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the conflict with your person right now is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. In your subconscious, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. For your past, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. For your future, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. For your near future, we have the Two of Pentacles. And as far as your inner influences are concerned, this is represented by the Queen of Cups. Your outer influences are represented by the Fool. As far as your hopes and your concerns, this is represented by the Two of Swords. And lastly, for the outcome, we have the Chariot in reverse. So I'm gonna do a little jump cut so I can have a look here at the spread and get a better idea of what's happening. So let's get right into it. Number 3, this is what we have. So yeah, for the present, we have here the Page of Pentacles. If we look at this card upright, so we have this person on this card holding the pentacle as if admiring it, as if saying, yeah, I wanted this for so long, I wanted this so badly. And it's a card that can represent the achievement, something that you wanted so much, but since it's in the upright position, I get a feeling that you're at a point in your life right now where you're not getting what you want. You're still striving, you're still struggling, you're still trying to make things happen in your relationship with your special other, with your significant other. And if we actually look at the card that we have as the conflict for the present, this is definitely about money. This is definitely about perhaps having trouble to staying on top of your bills. And if we look at the card that we have here, that is conflicting with your present, this is definitely a worry about money. This is definitely a worry about stagnation as far as having a comfortable life is concerned. Uh, you're perhaps feeling pressure from your partner if you are living together to keep things together as far as having the basic necessities. Um, whether the fridge is stocked with food, whether there's clean clothes to wear. But if you're not currently living together, you're having this pressing concern in your mind that things might go this way if you're living with your significant other. Now, if we look at the card that signifies your subconscious, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. So if we look at it upright, this is actually a card that represents a happy childhood, a happy home, a life that seemed easier before. Then again, if we're looking at it upside down, this is telling me that perhaps you didn't have such a happy childhood. Perhaps you were not allowed to hang out with friends, or maybe you didn't want to have friends at all. Maybe you didn't want to play. Maybe you didn't seem to enjoy your childhood very much. Perhaps your parents were too strict with you. Perhaps you have some bad experiences, some bad memories from school. Perhaps from elementary school, from junior high school, and I'm sorry if that was the case. I'm not trying to be a downer with this. I'm just trying to get some perspective in regards to where we are now, where we're having the current situation that we have at hand in the present moment. Now, if we look at the card that represents the past, this is actually connected in some way to the Six of Cups in reverse. If we look at it upright, this is a card that represents feelings of regret, feelings of sadness. Because if you look at the person on this card, he's looking at these cups on the ground that are knocked over, and whatever it is that was inside of them is just spilling. They're on the floor. It went to waste. Even though there's a couple of cups behind them, it's not all that bad. But on the upside down meaning, this is telling me that you want to get over these feelings of loss. You want to get over these feelings of hopelessness, and just don't give up. Just keep fighting the good fight, and just keep in mind your special someone. Also, it wouldn't hurt to ask for some support from your loved one when it comes to making decisions, when it comes to asking for a second opinion about the things that you want to do, whether it's about work, whether it's about your love life with your special someone. Yeah, definitely. Keep an open communication. And if we look at the future card, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. In its upright position, this is usually a good card. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of jubilee. It's a card of accomplishment. Again, with the upside down meaning, you're not feeling accomplished. You're not feeling where you want to be in life. And this is telling us about your future. You're fearful that you're not going to achieve the happiness with your loved one that you want to have, which is actually leading us to the near future card, which is the Two of Pentacles. Now, this card represents trying to balance things, trying to make things even. Perhaps you're dissatisfied with your current job, if you have a job, and you're trying to look for a better paid job, or perhaps a job that doesn't make you feel depressed, or it makes you feel like you're not getting paid enough to be with your loved one, to provide and care for the basic necessities in life. And if you're currently unemployed, you're considering your options. Perhaps you have 2 or 3 job offerings and you're trying to decide which is the better option for you. So just go with your gut feeling, go with what you think that you're best suited for. Even if one job may be better paid than the other, you gotta ask yourself, is this job something that I can keep for the long run, even though it may pay better? Just weigh your options, weigh your possibilities, and do it with, don't rush into it. Don't jump into sudden spur of the moment decisions. Just take your time to get your head right. And let's see what we have for the inner influences. This is a positive card. We have the Queen of Cups here, and precisely this cup is telling us about well, it's a very motherly card. It's a feminine card, and this is telling us that as far as inner influences are concerned, you're trying to keep a good head on your shoulders. You're trying your best to be objective. You're trying to be go about the things that you feel that you must do in a peaceful and loving kind of way. You want to be loving to your significant other. You want to be able to provide comfort. You want to be able to provide support and love, and definitely want to have a connection with your loved one. And pretty sure that your loved one can sense that, can feel that. And if we look forward to the card that represents your outer influences, we have the Fool. Now, this is a card that typically represents new beginnings, new horizons, but and I'm not really talking about you personally. I'm talking about the Fool. In the Fool card, this is a person that is going about things in a very naive kind of way. This is an inexperienced person. Even though there's optimism, there may be some dangers ahead. There may be some obstacles that the Fool in this card will have to learn how to resolve and how to better navigate whatever it is that comes through life, and learn how to overcome these obstacles. Other people may actually see you in this kind of light. Other people may actually see you not as a fool, and certainly not in an insulting kind of way, but perhaps as someone that is naive about the way that you approach things, the way that you see things, about solving them. I know that you're, based on the cards that we have here so far, I know that you're trying to be responsible, that you're trying to make the right choice for you and your loved one. And I just get a feeling that there's people around you, whether it's family or people in any kind of social situation, that may not have a lot of confidence in you. This is the feeling that I'm getting with the Fool. There's people around you that are not giving you the benefit of the doubt as far as how far you can get in life, but you can prove to them, and you can prove to anybody, that you got what it takes to turn your life around, to turn things around that are not so very good right now, and get a better outcome. And if we look at the card here that represents your hopes or fears, we have the Two of Swords in its upright position. This is a card about deliberation. It's about a meditation. You see in this card this woman with a blindfold holding 2 swords as if trying to balance them, basically ignoring what's going on around here, what's going on around this person. And this is so connected right now with the Fool card that I was explaining to you just a moment ago. You have to ignore the naysayers. You have to ignore the people that don't take you seriously, the people that don't think that you have what it takes to be who you want to be. This is why the blindfold is here, and these 2 swords are held up as in a defensive kind of way. You are defending yourself from being hurt by others that may perhaps take you for granted. Certainly, I'm getting a vibe that you don't want other people to underestimate you. So practically, you're shielding yourself from those fears and doubts in your mind. And if we move forward to the card that represents your fears or your hopes, we have this Two of Swords in reverse. Now, in its upright position, this is a card that typically signifies a moment of reflection, a moment of trying to get your bearings around what's going on. In this card, we have this woman figure with a blindfold holding two swords with the arms in an X position. So if we look at it on its upside down position, I'm just getting the feeling that you're just hoping for people to stop underestimating you. You want to be somebody that people can think of as somebody that is successful, somebody that can get things done. And since we're talking about a love reading with where your future is going with your special someone, the opinion that matters the most is the one that you're with, the one that you want to share your love with. Because in the end, this is the person that, if you're not married, this is the person that you want to marry at some point. Or if you're already married, you definitely want to stay with this person till forever, pretty much. And I'm just getting this feeling that you're susceptible to what other people think about you. So my advice to you is just think of this card in its upright position, because there's a blindfold here on this woman, but there's an open sea behind this person, and this person is pretty much ignoring the surroundings and just is deep in thought with what's really important, what's really coming ahead in life. The people around you don't really matter when they're trying to diminish you, or they're trying to make you feel like you are less than what you really are. So don't pay attention to the noise from outside of your bubble between you and your significant other. And for the outcome card, we have the Chariot in reverse. The upright meaning, this is a card that signifies victory. It's a card that signifies overcoming a huge obstacle. And it's upside down position. This is telling us that you're still getting there. You're still trying to get to a point of comfort in your relationship with your significant other. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because it tells me that you're a person that worries and wants to take the right decisions to go forward in this relationship. So all in all, pile number 3, the overall feeling that I'm getting with this, if we connect the outcome card with the future card, you want your happiness, you want your victory, you want to succeed. It's just that there's some juggling going on here, and you may be inexperienced in some of the ways. Perhaps you got a new job, if we look at the Fool card, due to inexperience, and you're just grinding your way through, and you want to have this, you want to achieve stability, you want to achieve happiness, you want to make your significant other happy. And I wish you the best. I really wish you a lot of luck coming along. And I really hope that this can bring some insight into your own thoughts, and I'm hoping that perhaps this can bring a different perspective on the struggles that you're going through. I'm hoping that this is helpful in some way, and if this resonates to you, I would love to hear about that in the comments down below. And if it didn't, for some reason, or if you feel like some things didn't really resonate, I would love to know. Please feel free to give me your opinion. And also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to do more content in the future. and your support means a lot to me. So thank you so much for watching, and you have a good one. Pile number 4, welcome to your reading. I'm going to lay down the cards in the Celtic cross spread, so we can have a look and see where your future is going with your relationship with your significant other. And for the card that represents your present, we have the 10 of Wands. Okay. And for the card that represents the struggle in your future, we have the 6 of Swords. Let's put that over here. Now your subconscious at this moment is being reflected by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. For your past, we have the 4 of Pentacles. For your future, we have the 8 of Swords. For your near future, we have the 4 of Cups. And as far as your inner influences are concerned, we have the card Justice in reverse. For your outer influences, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. For your hopes or fears, we have the King of Wands. And lastly, for the outcome, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I'm going to do a jump cut, so I'm going to have a look at the spread here and get a better understanding of what's going on. So let's get right to it. Alright, pile number 4. So this is what we have for your future. Let me move this card aside for a moment. We have the 10 of Wands. Now this is a card that represents struggle. There's definitely some struggle going on with your relationship at the moment. And the reason for that struggle, if we look at the conflict card, which is the 6 of Swords, I am feeling that there has been a separation in the relationship, although not a permanent one. This is and the 6 of Swords is a card of transition. It's a card about movement. Now, it could be with the intent for things to be better. I'm just having a feeling that this may have to do with work, perhaps working out of town, or, and I really hope this is not the case, maybe somebody from your family falling ill and you have to go out of town and be with this person, which is actually putting some pressure on your relationship. You want to be with your significant other. You want to be able to be caring and giving to this person, but you're being taken out of the picture, at least temporarily. And if we look at the card that represents your subconscious, we're looking at the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This card in its upright position may very well represent the beginning of money issues being resolved, of things going into a better direction. But in its reverse position, I'm getting a feeling, pile number 4, that this is actually this separation. It's actually putting a drain on your financial resources. This is actually costing you money out of your own pocket. And if we look at the card that represents your past, we're looking at the 4 of Pentacles. And if you look at this card, we have this person sitting with a very smug look on his face, possessively grabbing onto a pentacle, and just as possessively holding 2 more pentacles under his feet. He's got this other pentacle on the top of his head as if it was a halo. As a halo that represents alignment about riches and about the things that you have. But since we're talking about the past, I'm getting the feeling that you were actually better off financially. You were actually not worrying so much about money as you are right now. You're not worrying so much about being away from your loved one as you are at this very moment. This separation is putting a strain on you financially. And if we look at the future card, we have the 10 of Swords. Correction, I'm sorry. We have the 8 of Swords, and this card represents feelings of entrapment. You're feeling trapped. You're feeling like you don't see a way out. We have in this card this person with a blindfold tied up with all these dangerous doors around this person. And but I'm not saying that this is your future. This is not set in stone. You can always influence the outcome of what the cards are trying to tell you here. This is merely a way for you to see things maybe from a different perspective, maybe for you to think outside of the box, pretty much. And you definitely have the power to change this outcome, so you don't feel trapped, so you don't feel like you don't know where you need to go next. Now, if you look at the card that represents your inner influences, this is justice in reverse. Now, I don't think I need to mention what the word justice means, but since this is in reverse, you're feeling like an injustice was done to you by having to move away from love stability, from financial stability, and you just feel like it's just not fair. You just feel like it's messed up, like it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have happened, and you're wondering, why is this happening now to me? And if we look at the outer influences, this may actually shed some light as to why. I see some outer forces around you that instead of... Okay, let's go with the meaning of the Ace of Swords upright. This is a card that represents the beginning of a confident action, of confident intentions. But in reverse, as an outer influence, this is actually telling me that somebody close to you does not have your best interest at heart. This could be perhaps a boss at work. This could be perhaps somebody from your immediate family or a relative that is being selfish, being arrogant, somebody that is actually hindering your progress and disrupting your happy life. Now, if we move forward to the card that represents your desires, your wishes, or your fears, in this case being the King of Wands, this card represents strength as far as relationships are concerned. You have the strength to get through this. You have this, and you want to have a good head over your shoulders, and you want to come through this situation and go back into that peace of mind that you had with your love life. I'm really hoping that this is encouraging you to just not give up, to keep going and just keep doing what you're doing, and even though things may not be so good right now, they can always turn around. They can always be better. Excuse me. Now we look at the card here that represents the outcome of the situation. We have the Nine of Pentacles in its upright position. This is a card about wealth, and this is a card about having what you want, having what you need. But again, in its upside down position, this is telling me that right now you're in a position in your life in which you're not really getting what you want. Now, for your immediate future, we have the Four of Cups, and we have this person here sitting in front of a tree looking at these three cups and just focusing too much on the things that you already have, feeling dissatisfied with your current situation. Even though in this card we can see this hand emerging from a mysterious cloud offering a fourth cup, but you're too focused on your current situation and how dissatisfied you feel. You need to just, basically the advice that I'm getting from this card for you is just take a step back for a moment, and not a step back as in going backwards, but I mean just take a look around you and just consider what you already have and make the best of what you have right now. Don't wait for things to get better. Don't wait for things to improve. as if out of magic. Just do what you can with what you have in your current situation, and whether it has to do with your job, if you have a job, or with your love life, and just go for it. Don't wait, don't stall, just take action. So actually, I just want to say that with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, even though you're not getting what you want at this point in life right now, just don't give up. And if we connect the outcome card with the future card, yeah, this is a situation that may drag along for a little while. It may not be solved overnight. It may not be solved. Maybe not next week. Maybe not next month. It's gonna take a while, but don't give up. Just don't give up. Just keep a positive mind. Keep a positive attitude. Keep in touch with this person and make sure that this person feels loved and taken care of. For that, even if things get difficult, you have each other's support. And I really, really wish for the best for you. And I really hope that this reading can bring some insight into the situation, maybe from a different perspective, maybe from a different angle. And if it resonates with you, please feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And if it didn't resonate with you in some way or at all, you can tell me as well. And I'd love to hear about your feedback, about your input. And I really hope that this can be helpful in some way to encourage you to just not give up, and just you be you, and do your best, and just keep your eye on the ball. That's what I'm trying to say. And I thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to rate, share, and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to make more videos like this in the future, more pick cards. And thank you so much again for your time, and have a good one.